Hello, I'm Dan Travis, and this is my colleague, Jake Taylor, and we're going to talk about the exciting new tennis leagues happening in Preston Park. From, I think, we're starting September the 11th, aren't we?
So it's Monday, yeah.
Yeah. What we're aiming to do, and the reason we're doing this today, is we're inside today because it's absolutely murderously hot outside.
It's a hot
And
one.
it is a hot one. So we wanted to come inside and take a little bit more time to explain what these tournaments are and why we've set them up and why we would love you to join us. So the first thing, Jake, I need to know, or I think that people know, is why is it that we've set them up?
Well, we see a lack of competition around Brighton. You know, there's not too many leagues around Brighton open to, you can play a match, with our leagues, you can play a match any venue, anywhere. Preston Park, you can play anywhere there's a tennis court, you can play. It's not made for just one club, it's made for everybody.
Yeah. And yeah, so first there's a lot of league activity going on with tennis, but it tends to be within the private club. So if you can't get in, you can't get in, and you can't play in a league if you're not a member. So what we're doing is we're opening this out to everyone, and that includes not just everyone who wants to play tennis, but everyone of any standard.
Yeah.
And I think that's quite important, isn't it? Because most people think, and this is what I think they think, they don't think they're good enough to play matches, and they don't think that they're good enough to play in the league, do they?
No, not at all. That's why we've got 5 divisions. Division 1 being a very good standard, Division 5 being if you're starting to play a few matches or you've played a few competitions, it's perfect for everybody.
Yeah. I mean, my rule is if you're thinking about it, then you're good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Do it,
Aren't
yeah.
you?
Yeah. Everywhere's got to start. You've got to start somewhere, Dan.
And yeah, the reason that we've got it under the Art of Winning banner, plug for the book coming out end of next week, we hope. In that book, the one that I've co-written with Sterling Struther, we make the point that you get better and you enjoy tennis by playing matches. Yeah?
Yeah.
You'd agree with that, wouldn't you?
Of course, Dan. Yeah.
It might seem a bit obvious though to some people, but you know, we see people just not playing competitive matches, and I'd say it's what tennis is for, really. I think. Jake, can you explain what we're going to be doing in terms of the structure of the league?
So each division will have 10 to 12 players, I would say. 2 will get promoted each term, which will be done termly, so probably last 3 or 4 months a season. 2 will get promoted with 1 ultimate champion of Division 1, crown champion.
It's like football, isn't it?
Yeah, just like that. Yeah.
It's like the top 2 or 3 go up. I mean, it's probably going to be 3, isn't it?
2, depending. If there's a Division 12, you might get a 3.
If it's a bigger league. If it's a 10, if it's a 10
2 will go up.
matches, 2 go up, 2 go down.
I'm hoping for the champion of Division 1, we're going to get a trophy and you have your name engraved in it. And then once the new season starts, you have to pass the trophy back on. And every season, if you defend your title, you get another name engraved saying autumn winner, summer champion, whatever. So
And that's a big trophy, isn't it?
And this trophy could be, 100 years time down, and there could be all these names on it. It's a bit of history. So it could be the first name. Who's going to be the first name on it?
I know. I've seen trophies like that they are knocking around still.
Yeah, I might enter to get the very first engraving.
It's going to be the first one's going to be good, isn't it? So when they do, I think. I remember an advert from the 1970s advertising the drink martini. What was it? Anytime, any place, anywhere. That's what we're doing in the league, isn't it?
That's our motto.
Yeah. We can. You can arrange these matches, so it's not. We don't. It's certainly not a particular time in Preston Park.
And it's not going to be if it's a third set, it'll be a championship tiebreak, so you won't have to worry about playing for 5 or 6 hours in this. Well,
And you'll get
short-lived heat.
You'll get everyone's phone number in your league once you've booked in,
Yeah.
and you go to a WhatsApp group. And if you're not on WhatsApp, then you get the telephone numbers, and they'll be up, and you arrange your matches from there. And then, correct me if I'm wrong, we're going first to 2 sets.
Yeah.
So, if for example I'm playing you and I win those 2 sets, game over, result into you.
Yeah. 3 points.
3
down,
points for the win.
0 for me.
And
But a variable here is if I down wins 2 sets to 1, I would get 1 point because I've lost, but I've got 1 set. I've won a set, so I'd get a
that's
point.
clever. Okay, you do get 1, but I still get my 3.
You still get your 3.
Okay, let's say that doesn't happen. Let's say it's 1 set all.
Yeah.
What happens then?
Well, you have to find it. You can't finish on 1 set all. You have to find another time to complete your match.
Okay, are we going to play a 10-point tiebreak?
If it's a championship tiebreak, if it's a 1 set all, you'll play a championship tiebreak, which is different to a standard tiebreak. Standard tiebreaks first to 7. Championship tiebreaks first to 10 points. And if a rare exception it goes 9-all, you'll then play by 2 player. Okay.
That's the one downside of the leagues, isn't it? It hurts if you lose a championship tiebreak.
You don't want to lose a championship tiebreak, but better. Gotta win.
Don't lose them. Don't lose them, team.
Yeah.
But it's a fairly good format. I mean, we thought about doing different formats, but that's the one that seems to work. It roughly comes in at an hour and a half, doesn't it?
Yeah. You'd be surprised if you get too many more.
Okay. So what we're also looking at doing then is we're going to be repeating these leagues. So you get promoted, you get demotion. Hopefully that won't happen to you, but stick with it. But I think also this first season, if we can call it that, it's going to be a bit of us finding our feet. So the division might not reflect entirely your skill levels. So I think you're going to have to bear with us, really.
Yeah, there might be a few discrepancies, but you'll find your place within 2 or 3 seasons, I imagine. It's quite a quick turnaround, so within 6 months you might be up.
I mean, the rule is just because you've lost doesn't mean you're in the wrong division. Yeah. Okay. I think that's a fair enough.
Yeah.
A fair enough concept. So we're going to say that the players contact each other, arrange those matches.
Once you've got your results, private message me and I will update the league. And I think we're going to do something bi-weekly or weekly where we announce all the weekly results, any big matches, any big epic marathons that's ended in the championship tiebreak. We'll announce those so everybody can see the results of the leagues and the exact scores. Okay.
So what we're going to do is we're going to keep you updated on these channels. So if you could subscribe to this YouTube channel if you're watching on YouTube, obviously, and if you could also, if you're watching on Instagram, which you probably won't be because we've gone way over the 30-second limit here. So you're probably watching on YouTube, but please, join us on Instagram as well because we'll be doing both of these things. We're also on Facebook, so we're across YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. All of the Art of Winning channels. So you'll see that in the link under here. So get started. I mean, the YouTube channel is quite exciting because we've also got some really good tips on there about how to do things, and that's only going to get better because the new Art of Winning book is coming out, and you'll be able to look at a whole manner of things, both technical and tactical. So please join us. You can join the discussion, and you can also book in for our other tournaments that we've got running. The American double staff.
Great success.
Yeah. Also looking at doing an American singles tournament.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? What's your take on American singles tournaments?
It's got to be done, right? The demand's there, Dan.
Yeah.
The success of the doubles.
I think they're quite. Yeah, I think they're quite groovy. But yeah, that'll be 3 hours of singles. So get ready for that. That's where we put it. That's where we play in 20-minute stretches, and you play a new competitor each time. So it's not a knockout tournament as such. Although we might be looking at that too at some point in the very near future. But thanks very much for listening. As I said, yeah, please click on the YouTube link below here, and Jake and I will very much look forward to hopefully playing some of you, but also welcoming you to the new league. Thank you.
Thank you very much, guys. Thanks, Dan.